viewers, it's not the best day to go out detecting. It's not the best. And I don't think my little bumblebee wants to be out there today. But I've got a package in the front room, so we best go and see what it is. Bless you, Bumble. Bless you, mate. Rah, rah. Rah, 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 rah. Tilly's on her perch. She's been meowing. You want feeding, don't you, darling? All right, we'll feed you first. What, you don't want me to open my Deus 2, son? You don't want me to open my Deus 2? You want me to go for a walk with you? All right, I'll take you out first, son. I'll take you out first. God bless you, mate. Listen, Deus 2, because that release was such an ordeal yesterday, I ain't going to open you just yet. I'm going to take my dog out. All right? What do you think, Deus 1? Do you think I should open my Deus 2 or take Buster out? Stick it in the bin. Stick it in the bin and take Buster out, or I never speak to you again. How about you, Knox? What do you think? Should I open my Deus 2 or take Buster out? Good day, Cobber. Fuck that Deus 2 right in the bin. I can't do that, mine lab. Australian fucker. You're a good machine, but my viewers have paid for this Deus 2 on the whole. No, you two boys just sit in the corner there. I'll take Buster out. You just be grateful that you get plenty of my time, and then we'll see what this Deus 2 is all about. Here, sacre bleu, sacre bleu. You get out of here. Oi, you muddy, grumpy bastard. This is your fucking younger brother, alright? You fucking look out for your younger brother and just be grateful of all the cool shit you've dug for me. Sorry, viewers, my Deus 1 is being a bit of a dangly pair of balls. I'm going to go and take Buster out anyway. Hey, Tilly, can I have Buster's coat, please? Got to take him out and then sort this Deus 2 out. Thank you, darling, thank you. Well, before I have an initial look at my Deus 2, when I get back in a minute and unwrap it and that and put it together, I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank all my viewers who chipped in, many of them, but you know me, I've got a bit of an old woolly noggin, and I didn't write all the names down, and I didn't total it all either, but it was a lot of money that my viewers chipped in. You all know who you are, and I thank you massively from me and Buster, and from all my other viewers who'll appreciate watching me get out in the fields with it. Yeah, just a massive thank you to all the viewers who chipped in towards this Deus 2. A large amount towards it, massive amount towards it. Thank you, viewers. Yeah, I need to touch on the experience of actually trying to purchase one yesterday, where it's like shocking and awful, and Kim French fuckers messing me about spring to mind. It was a right debacle basically, but having read all the feedback and read Nigel Redstone's comments, who is the main UK distributor, Redstone's, shout out to Redstone's. Nigel said it's not XP's fault. They've been busy for months and months and months getting enough stock in for the launch. So yeah, I take that on board, Nigel, but it was a really horrible experience for a lot of people yesterday. and apparently XP aren't to blame. Redstone certainly aren't to blame. You know, they're just the UK distributor. They were run off the feet yesterday. Apparently we're to blame because there's too many of us wanting it. So I do apologise to myself for that shocking release ordeal yesterday. Or I do apologise on behalf of myself, because apparently it was all my fault and everybody else's who wanted one. Nothing to do with the fact that the French company have sent us it, the lucky ones, on a rainy day in January. It stopped for a bit now. And apparently only 1 in 20 people in the UK who tried to get one yesterday got one. So that left, you know, how many out of 100 were left disappointed? 95 people out of 100 who wanted them yesterday were very, very disappointed. Spent the whole day, whole morning at least, on the phones. We crashed the distributor's website, so yet again it's us to blame. So yeah, I guess it's all our fault, viewers. I apologise on my behalf for being one of them. On a brighter note, I must give a massive shout out and thank you to Detechnics. That's the shop whose banner is at the end of my credits, my sponsor. I spent all morning on the websites and on the phones. Didn't get through to anybody. And then about 1 o'clock I heard a rumour that because the website had crashed, there was still some to buy if you phone the main distributor on the phones. So yeah, I eventually got through to Redstone's, and Marcus, shout out to Marcus. He didn't have one for me, but he explained just what an ordeal it had been for them as well. And just as I was on the phone to Marcus, Detechnics messaged me. Laura Charman at Detechnics messaged me. She said, phone Luke in our shop immediately, Steve. We've got to your name on our list of interested people, and we've got one for you. So massive shout out to Detechnics, because if it hadn't have been for that message, I wouldn't be making this Deus 2 video today. And also a massive shout out to somebody who came in my messenger this morning thinking I still didn't have one. He'd been really looking forward to it himself, his machine, and he got one, but he still thought this morning that I had missed the launch. And Simon Povey from Norfolk, massive shout out, mate. Simon offered to sell me his brand new unopened Deus 2 at cost price this morning, thinking I didn't have one, after all that he'd been through to get it yesterday himself. So that just sums up just how brilliant some of the people are in our hobby. Massive shout out, Simon. Come on, Bubba, let's go and open this Deus 2. Come on.
All right, Dad. It's only a French stick.
I know, son, I know. Well, I'm absolutely rubbish with packaging, viewers. I want to teach this Deus 2 watch what from the very start, though, so see if we can... Oh, I told you, I'm rubbish with packaging. There you go. Open it with a Roman brooch. Let's see what's underneath. Hopefully the box isn't the same as others I've seen posted on the internet. For 1,400 quid, this box better be like a Louis Vuitton briefcase with Anglo Celtic in gold writing on it. Hopefully. Well, viewers, I'm shit out of luck. I've got one of these boxes that I would expect off a company selling metal detectors for £700 or something. Buster's pissed off because this Deus 2 is in his favourite little place. We'll see what's in the box in a minute. Oh, and my Roman brooch fucking scratched the box. So this Deus 2 before I've even opened it. It's only worth about, I don't know, about 800 quid now. Right, alright Buster, I'll be finished in a minute. So this is the box just as you open the top, and yeah, this is the bit where I lose half the washers. What the heck? No idea, viewers, no idea. That's cool though, I will wear that. Possibly wear that on a belt. Save a little bit of weight on the stand, but not only that, it saves it scratching. Oh my god, too many bobbins, too many bits and bobbins. I'm rubbish with not only packaging but constructing things, viewers. I must say this leather case that clips onto a belt, it's a really nice piece of kit. But if I was only putting one cover for a machine in a box to sell to the masses, that wouldn't be it. I would sell them included in the price, in the box, the normal case cover, so that you can just mount it on your machine and use the case to keep the mud off. But yeah, I know it's a very good piece of kit. I have had a look at Sid's. Oh, and I have seen a few of the videos. I know it's a very capable machine. See if I can get it together without putting something in the wrong socket and breaking something. Straight away I've run into a roadblock, just trying to slide that out the top there so I can mount it to my machine. I didn't realise that was catching on it. It's a very tight fit, and I'm going to have to just wiggle it out with that being there. Well, I went to pop that straight on there, and I don't know whether that's a cap. That might be a cap that comes off there, I think. So it's either a cap or there's something else in the box to mount the box to the stand. But I think now I've switched the camera on, I think that'll just be a little cap and it should go on okay. Yeah, so I was correct. There's just a little cap on there then. So this box should fit nicely on. But can't quite work out what the cap is actually for, apart from now I've took it off, it'll just be one of them bits that'll either sit in the box forever or I'll lose it. But yeah, I'll put this on now. First part of the assembly. It's a bit awkward with one hand. Well, before I try and put the coil bolts on, I've noticed that this new charge clip, which is pretty much the same as the old charge clip, seems a bit sturdier. It's a bit tougher to actually clip open, you know, it's sturdier. But they've made the massive mistake of, you know, when the shaft is coming here, the actual wire goes in from this way and it's all on top of itself by the shaft. If they were going to use this absolutely useless charging clip again, which I don't know why they did, they should have at least back engineered it so that the wire goes that way. Alright, maybe you can't see the charging light. I don't know. I don't know why they've done it. If they did it that way, you wouldn't see the charger light. But still. But at least it seems a lot sturdier, the actual clip. Well, it is fairly comprehensive in the manual. We'll get to the assembly in a minute. The main assembly is going to be the coil, making sure all the washers and the belt go in the correct manner. So as long as you do that right, it'll be fine. So I'll have a good read of that in a minute. This is to do with, I think that's the diving antenna, and that little red bolt is for the box for when you go diving. You put that grommet in it instead of the grey one that's on the back of it. Now, in the list of contents there, it's got them all numbered and everything. It hasn't got that. Doesn't tell you what that's for. This it's not on the contents. I think that might be just the leash for the box, but if it is, could have made it a bit better. Now there's 3 rubber washers here, big like loose rubber loops. They're not on the list of contents, so I don't know what they're for. I'll assume that they're probably something to do with the diving setup as well. Yeah. Okay, let's just try and put the basic setup with the coil and that together, and we'll worry about them diving bits at a later date. I think this is to do with the antenna, the diving antenna, but yeah, I don't know. Whether they could have made that a bit more explanatory, or it's just me being a retard, viewers, but a lot of us are a bit thick. Don't mean that in a bad way, but you know what I mean. Right, let's go and see if we can get the coil fastened correctly though. Okay, so here's some more comprehensive instructions onto how to get these. You might think, oh, it's only a bolt and that, but if you just get one washer back to front of any machine, it's not going to swing right, it's not going to wear right the parts, and you'll soon be onto your supplier. So yeah, okay, insert the rubber washer inside the lower stem. Well, let's just do that one step first. One good thing I've noticed when I've took the coil bolts out of the box is there's 2 of everything. So I'll keep all the spares safe in the box, and you've got a spare coil. Set up attacher thingamy bob bolt, spare one. So looking at that diagram, that just pops in there. It isn't like sided, different sides of it or different either side, just a straightforward rubber grommet, and it goes in there. And then we'll put that in between the coil lugs, and just make sure you put the wing nut on the right side and the bolt from the other correct side, and that'll be it, pretty much assembled, viewers. Although I'm talking you through it, it's taking me a lot longer to do it talking you through it. It'll go together very quickly, this machine, like most machines do. So yeah, I don't know whether you can see there, but on this side there was a spacer that went in before the wing nut, and it's got to clip in a certain way. That thing just in that gap. I hope I've assembled it correctly. It looks like it's sticking out a bit there, the spacer, but I think that's how it's meant to be. The stem's all fairly tight. Somebody can correct me if they see this video and I'm wrong, but I think that's how it goes. Buster can't work out why his daddy's fiddling about behind the couch. He don't know that I'm setting this machine up. So he's took station on top of my Garrett backpack, rather than being on the couch right next to me anyway. He's got to get as close as possible, having your bumblebee. Bless him. I think I'll leave the arm strap in the box. Just checked with my Deus 1 to remind me I don't use it. And I've looked on my Knox here, and I always have it just hanging there wide open because I never strap it in. So I'll leave that unused in the box, that strap. So I've got the machine all nicely assembled. Just putting all the charging leads together. You see that on the back of the box? It's one of them pins by the looks of it there. That has got to plug in nice and smoothly, marry up with a certain pattern. But on the thing there, it's also got a screw thread, and a screw thread inside that, next to the pattern plug. I just don't know how are you meant to fucking screw that into there, and just, what's with the plugs? All in a certain order, but you've got to screw it in. I've never seen a pattern plug with a screw in. You just normally insert the plug, and then you'll have an outside nut that tightens it all. Oh Jesus, maybe that's what you do there. Maybe that little, oh, I don't know why there's a thread inside next to the pattern. No, that's what's through me, viewers. Oh, I'll have a look now and see if I can't not break it. Well, I have got it charging, but honestly, because I am really clumsy with stuff, and I have actually broke machines that I've paid good money for right out the box. Although it's in, it's more luck than judgment. There was no specific instructions that I've seen anyway while I've been making this video. I might be wrong, they might be in there. A lot of people watching this video might think, well, look, you know, you don't need instructions to screw that in there. Well, actually, when it's 1400 quid and there's a pin pattern involved, there's 2 threads, yeah, it would have been nice to have a little bit of a heads up, and I apologise if it's in there and I've missed it, but I don't particularly like that setup. I get it, it's more secure for the diving with the diving grommeton and that. I do not like that setup there, because Stevie's a bit all fingers and thumbs. Maybe I'll get used to it over time. Most of you are probably thinking, God, he's a moaning bar steward, but yeah, I'm saying it like the way I am because I've broke brand new machines out the box. So that's everything on charge now, viewers, and I've only just noticed as I've done it, I've gone like with my preferred method of how I charge my Deus 1, because this charge clip is longer than the depth of the coil that it's actually charging. The bottom of the clip sticks out, so I've always found with my Deus 1 and now this Deus 2 that you have to prop it up off the ground to fully get this clip embedded on the charge points. And what I normally do with my old scratched muddy Deus 1 is put the box underneath to prop it up, because it's all charging together then. And that's what I've done without thinking just now. And yeah, I've just realised that I've got a brand new £1,400 control box, the box off the £1,400 machine face down on the floor. Not a good move. I suggest that you get out of that habit while your machine's new and just use something else to prop up the shit charge clip setup. But all in all, it's a very well built machine. I've put it together, so if I can put it together, anybody can. So I'm just going to put everything back in the box that I don't need now, like spares and that, and the diving charger. And I found that I need to put this back in the box because I ain't never going to use it, hardly ever. So, massively pissed off that they just didn't send me a control box cover. Well, not massively, but yeah, it's, you know, across the board, tens of thousands of users all going to be saying, shit charging clip, why did you repeat that? And why did you send me this? But yeah, like I say, really well built machine. And initial videos, it is a Nox beater, but so it should be, because it's a lot more expensive. I've run out of spaces on top of my wardrobe though, viewers, to stick boxes. Well, I'll have to find somewhere else for this box. I've got to show a few of its targets as well. Get it imprinted onto the type of cool chisel that I need it to find straight out the box. So yeah, that's the sort of thing I need, Deus 2. Alright, mate. You've been a right twat to get hold of. You've ruined fucking loads of people's days. It's all our fault though, you twat. It'll all be worth it if you get us lots of cool shit like that. Thank fuck that French fucking debacle of a launch is over, viewers. Time to get these French fucking bats out my fucking belfry. Fucking good Italian beer. Cheers. And don't ever forget, viewers, if your brain was absolutely fucking fried by that horrible launch experience yesterday, and especially if you missed out, it was your fucking fault. Apparently.